BIDV.com or 23andMe. There should be like a filter that can like detect Chinese names. The minute it sees like a XIU, a mirror just pops up. Bing! Hey, asshole. Take a closer look. Give me one possibility of something other than the obvious. Go ahead, I'll wait. Save your credit card info. Go to Alibaba.com. Enter promo code B1. Those websites are really ideally designed for white Americans because, you know, there's a difference between white Canadians and white Americans. I feel like Americans are the only true white people in the world. And let me explain. Like Canadians, doesn't matter what color, race you are, we all know whose land this really is. You know what I mean? We all know this is First Nations land. Every single one of us knows that. And we're like, thanks for letting us stay, you know? Americans are white people because they really believe that's their land over there. Europeans aren't white to me, you know what I mean? Europeans can't be white. I told a Russian guy the other night, I said, are you white? He goes, yes. I go, no, you're not. He goes, what do you mean I am not? I go, you can be white. You have your own language, your own culture, your own food, your own country, a brand new country. What? What happened? Wait, why isn't it funny when it happens to you, but it's fucking hilarious when it happens to us? Yeah, hypocrites. You got to be careful. They throw these little curveballs at you. They have two curveballs that they throw at white people. One for white men and one for white women. The most common curveball for white men, I'll be like, what did you find out that you didn't know about yourself? They're like, I found out I'm part Native American. I'm part Cherokee. I'm like, dude, you're not even part owner of a Jeep Cherokee. You're not even... And I think they're trying to eradicate racism through white women because white girls will get this one more often. They'll be like, oh my God, Megan, I just got my results back. It turns out I'm 0.0000.2% sub-Saharan African. Megan, I'm back. It's a whole new world for me, Megan. I'm afraid of the police. My credit just took a shit. I think I'm pregnant. Fuck you, Megan, you cracker bitch. You don't know what it's like to be a black woman in North America. Say it with me, Megan. My life matters.
I like cultural names. Cultural names are really cool. You know, I don't have a cultural name, and Indian people for some reason have a real tough time with this. But my real name is Russell Peters. Both my parents are from India, and that's the name they gave me. Russell Dominic. Look at you dumb motherfuckers right there. Do you know Indian history at all? At all? None. You don't. You know why? I can tell he doesn't know Indian history. The British were there for 400 years. You don't think they fucked one or two of us? If they can steal all our jewelry, they can bang one or two of us. That's my real name. Both my parents are from India, and they named me Russell Dominic Peters. Dominic, I got an Italian middle name. Because my parents are from that Italian part of India. Calcutta. You know that part there? That's it. You have a problem with my name? Talk to my parents, Eric and Maureen. And my brother Julio. If I had an Indian name, I'd wear it proudly, you know what I mean? I don't have one. If I had it, I would rock it very proudly. What's your name? Mr. India over there. Sorry? Aneet? See, that's a neat name. That's it. Aneet. Aneet. Patel. Patel. Nice. Jose, that's the equivalent right there. That's, Aneet Patel. That's my brother, Messi Patel. That's my big brother, a slob. Do you know what your name means? Nope. So sure that this wasn't my name, but has no clue what your name means. I don't know what your name means either. I know what my name means, Russell. It sucks. You know what it means? To make a noise. It's a shit name. It's a shit joke. What do you want? I like the Indian names. I think the Indian names are very cool. They have deep meanings to them. They have long history behind them. What's your name, my little Sikh brother right there? What's your name? Sorry? Prabjot. Not Prabchod, right? Because that would just be rude, I guess, at that point, wouldn't it? That would make his name Preb Fuck. That's what his name would have been. Prabjot. Prabjot. What are you doing? That's a good, solid Indian name. You know? I like the Indian names. You know what your name means? See, he knows what his name means. Hey, Aneet. What does it mean, Preb? God's essence. God damn. And what's your sister's name? Herbal Essence? What's Your sister smells great. That's just herbal. Herbal jolt. God's essence. That's dope, man. I like the Indian names. I think a lot of Indian names are really cool, but I think a lot of cultural names are cool. But if you're gonna have a cultural name and you're gonna move from another country to America, think about what that name means in English before you move here. You know what I mean? Think about how it's gonna affect your life. Because some Indian names are really good. Some Indian names are really cool, and they mean a lot, but they're really good in India. When they come here with those names, it just doesn't cross over very well. I met an Indian dude, and you know this is a real name because he was one of your people. I met an Indian guy, I swear to God, his real name was Suck Deep. Suck Deep. Could you imagine living your life with a name like Suck Deep? Somebody's looking for you one day. Hey, yo, man, you suck deep? Well, sometimes if I have to, I don't really like it though. And obviously it's not pronounced suck deep in my culture, you know what I mean? But if you were to read it, that's how you'd read it. It's spelled S-U-K-H-D-E-E-P. The H doesn't help. Because now it sounds even worse. Suck deep. Come here, suck deep. And I used to think Suck Deep was like the funniest Indian name I'd ever heard. And then a few months ago, I was in DC, and I met this Indian dude, and I shit you not, the guy's real name was Hardik. 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 Who the hell names the kid Hardik? Hey, come on, Hardik, pull up your pants. Stop that. That's not nice. Now, white folks, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves tonight so far. And now, I've talked about white people a lot already, and but I got to talk to you a little bit more, because I got to talk to you about your parenting skills. Every time I see it on the news, I get really irritated when I hear them. You shouldn't beat your children. Don't beat your kids. Talk to them. Give them a timeout. Beat the motherfuckers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. White folks, please beat your children, because non-white parents will beat their kids. Your dad's Puerto Rican, your mom's black, they must have whooped your ass for no reason sometimes, huh? Hey, son, come here. What's that for? I know you did some shit when I wasn't here. Mexican parents will do that. Mira. They'll beat you, man. Indian parents aren't afraid to kill their kids if they have to, you know what I mean? We're the second largest population in the world. Reproduction's not a big deal. My dad's theory was, if I get rid of one, I'll just make another one. Then I will tell the new one what an idiot the last one was. You gotta beat your kids, folks, please. And I know a lot of white people don't beat them, and I don't understand why you won't beat your kids. Please beat them. If you have kids, and you haven't beaten them, when you go home tonight, shit, when you turn off this DVD, I want you to go into your kid's room and, hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, sleeping? Yeah? Oh, that's good. Haven't, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Whack! Just one, a little whack, you know? He's already lying down, he'll sleep it off. Don't worry about it, all right? You gotta beat them, and I'll tell you why. Because white kids are now going to school with black kids and brown kids and Asian kids, and they're going to school with multicultural kids, and all those kids get beaten, and they'll all be hanging around the playground having fun with each other. You know what I mean? And they'll be talking about the ass whooping they got last night. Black people, my dad beat my ass, and he goes, my dad beat my ass too. And they go, I got my ass whooped. Do you want that white kid to feel left out? Beat him so he's not a social outcast. I got sent to my room. You got a room? Beat them, please, and I'll tell you why you need to beat them. Why else? Because when white kids hang around non-white kids, we tend to look at them for advice. And it could get us murdered if we listen to their fucked up advice on how to deal with our parents. I remember when I was 10 years old, I hung around this little white kid, Ryan. Ryan's parents never beat him, and they never even yelled at him. He could do anything he wanted, and nothing was gonna happen to him. But he was an angry kid. He walked into his house after school one day, his mom goes, Ryan, go clean your room. Fuck you, bitch! His mom goes, what am I gonna do with him? I'm gonna beat his ass. I go, Ryan, you can't talk to your mom like that. Yes, I can. She's a fucking idiot. Don't say that, man. She'll hit you. No, she won't. She's not allowed to. What are you talking about, dude? My parents hit me. Yeah, well, next time they try it, you tell them to fuck off. Are you sure? Trust me, it works for me. So I went home for the last time. I walked in the house, my dad goes, Russell, come and do the dishes. Fuck you, Dad! What the hell did you just say to me? Do I look like Ryan's mom? Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. That was my dad's threat. Right before he'd beat me, every single time. Russell, somebody gonna get hurt real bad. I hated that threat. You know why? Because he'd always say somebody. He'd never tell you it was you. I mean, you knew it was you. But he'd give you this hope. Russell, somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Somebody. I'm not gonna say who. Oh, I think you might know him very well. I'm in the back praying, I hope it's my brother, man. Please beat Julio's ass. I saw that little brat Ryan at school a few days later. I was like, yo, your little plan almost got me killed. He goes, oh, sorry, dude. I forgot to tell you the other part. If he's still gonna hit you, threaten to phone child services. Why? Because if you phone child services, they'll come and take your dad away and he'll get in trouble. You won't even have to call. Just pretend. It'll scare the shit out of him. You're 10 years old, you figure out how to scare the shit out of your dad? That's like finding kryptonite. I thought I'd try it. I was about to get my next meeting, I stopped my dad and go, don't do it! I'll phone child services. You ever had your parents call your bluff? You'll do what? I'll phone child services. Is that right? Ooh. Ooh. Well, let me get you the phone, tough guy. What are you doing? If I phone child services, you'll get in trouble. I might get into a little bit of trouble. But I know that it's going to take them 22 minutes to get here. In that time, somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Thank you very much. Good night. They scare you into not doing things. I don't have any tattoos. I think that's because my dad scared me into not having. You have a tattoo and you'll find out. That's how you get hepatitis. Do you want hepatitis? No? Then don't get a fucking tattoo. You have any tattoos, Al? No, you know why? Because you're from the generation, I'm not saying I'm from your generation, but my generation who emulated yours a little bit. Your generation, am I lying? You had to earn tattoos. You never just went and got one blindly, did they? No, the only time, when I was a kid, the only people I saw with tattoos were old white guys, and they would have like a fucked up looking anchor on their forearm. Wouldn't even look like an anchor, it would look like a check mark, you know what I mean? Like he got it when they hit some rough water, it was like, oh, and then... When I was a kid, tattoos meant something. Now it doesn't mean shit. Everybody goes and gets one. It equals nothing to me anymore. People are like, why'd you get a tattoo? It's just to express my individuality. No. No, you're a fucking idiot. That's what happened. And you decided to be just like everyone else. When I was a kid, you used to be able to look at somebody and you could tell by what their tattoo was and where it was, what kind of person they were. Like if you saw somebody with a neck tattoo, you were like, that's a crazy son of a bitch right there. And they'd always have something crazy on their neck. FTW, fuck the world. And then they would have a teardrop tattoo, you know? What's a teardrop for? I killed a motherfucker. And I couldn't cry my own tears. Don't you quit on me. Now it doesn't matter where the tattoo is or what it is. You got these little emo kids with skinny jeans and life is difficult tattooed on their neck. Real tears running down his face. Why are you crying? People get crazy. They do the sleeve now. I got a sleeve. I did my whole arm. That's cool right now. In 10 years, you're gonna regret it. It's like having an Ed Hardy shirt on for the rest of your life. Sorry, Lebanese people. No worries, mate. Harry doesn't like Ed Hardy. You gotta think, I see your tattoo, sweetheart. I see it. You look upset that I'm talking about tattoos, but what is that on your arm? What did you get? A nautical star that says, dream big, work hard. When you say it out loud, do you see how ridiculous that is? Do you see? I'm just saying, maybe on the way to the tattoo shop, you should have said it out loud a few times. You have 5 tattoos? What was your first one?
I've got one on my back.
You've got one on your back. What is it? It's what? A musical note? Is it on your back or is it a tramp stamp? What is it? Is it a... You should put it like right at the base of your back and call it... You know, put a bass clef, you know, like... Is it a treble clef, bass clef? What is it? Treble clef. Are you a singer? Or do you just want guys to whistle when they're fucking you? Is that like I don't understand. What was your first tattoo? Was the treble clef on your back? Good. Like one day you just looked in the mirror and you were like, fuck. My back is boring. It needs a soundtrack. Women are the worst with this shit, because they don't think. They always put these little corny sayings all over them, and then... Women start with the cute tattoo, don't they? What'd you get? I got a dolphin on my ankle. You gotta think about the future. When you're 80 years old, that dolphin's gonna look like a can of tuna. That treble clef's gonna look like a fucking teardrop on your ass. Your nautical compass is gonna be all out of whack. It used to point north, now it just, everything goes south. Yeah, what does it say? Dream. You gotta think about the future. Nobody thinks about getting old anymore. When I was your age, how old are you? 19? What the fuck? You haven't even had skin long enough. At least have skin for at least 20 years before you start fucking it up, you know what I mean? Because again, you're young, you're not thinking about the future. I'm glad I never got any tattoos, because after 40, your skin doesn't snap back the way it does right now. Like your skin after 40 is literally like finding your favorite pair of underwear from like 5 years ago. And you go, oh my God, I still have these, and you pull the waist and it goes, and it doesn't snap back, you know? And you're like, wow, my favorite underwear is now my favorite dusting cloth. This is perfect, you know? You gotta think, I see, buddy, you got a sleeve, you got all kinds of weird shit going on over there. What is that? What do you got there? Other than no arm left. What happened? What was your first tattoo there, Tony Tats? What is that? A dragon, because you have bad breath, or? What made you get a dragon? You're not, obviously not Chinese or something? You like dragons? You know they're not real, right? I like dragons, I have a bunch of them. And then you were like, you know what, I got this dragon. And another arm. And then you just went fucking ham on the other arm, didn't you? Where are your parents from? Because you're obviously not a white guy. What? Syria. Syria. One guy clapping. No, there was mosquito. I had to... You know your Syrian parents don't fucking appreciate your arms right now. Back home, son, we would have cut off your arms. You look like Sharmuta. Cut off your arm. I see yours too, buddy. You guys aren't thinking, are you? How old are you? 35. And how long ago did you get that dragon?
5 years ago.
5 years ago. At 30, you were like, you know what? This arm needs a fucking dragon. And I never want to see this arm again. The Asian guy beside you has a tattoo. Do you have a dragon? Because that would make more sense to me. You have a dragon? Yeah. Yeah, he does. Show us. Where's the dragon? He fucking has a dragon. You should have like a tank or something, you know what I mean? Like something that describes where you're from, you know? Like a fake set of bombs strapped to your arm, you know what I mean? Like, even the Asian guys, they're so stupid. The Arab guy has a dragon. Hey, dragon arms. Just saying, think about the future. Why do you have a dragon? Were you born year of the dragon, or? Dragons are more in tune with you being Asian, so I'm not really mad at you for having that, you know? Women get cute with the tattoos. They always put the sayings and shit on them. There was a girl at one of my shows, I go, what do you got? She goes, I got one here, and I got one here, and I got stuff on my back. I go, I got stuff on my back too, but I wax it off. I go, what do you got on your back? She goes, scriptures. I have scriptures written all over my back. She had scriptures written all over her back. Who is that for? The guy fucking her, that's who it's for. I don't know about you, but the first time I bone this chick, I don't want to flip her over and the Bible staring me in the fucking face. You know what I mean? Yeah, baby, turn over. What the fuck? Oh my God, I'm gonna come, give me your face. Why are you coming in my face? Because I don't want to come on Jesus. It's really uncomfortable. My mom's sitting right there, and I just did that. Sorry, Mom. It's your fault. I didn't know these words before. Should have bought me an educational toy. I'm jealous of tattoos. That's my real problem with tattoos. I'll be honest with you. Because, first of all, you can't get a tattoo after 40. You look like you're going through some sort of midlife crisis. You look like an idiot getting a tattoo after 40. And the other reason is, I'm a hairy Indian guy. I don't have the real estate for a tattoo. You know what I mean? What am I gonna get, a tiger peering through the hair on my chest, you know? Girls are gonna be like, oh my God, the grass looks so real. Megan, come here, look. He's got like a 3D, HD. Oh my God, yeah, you can feel it, it's like grass. How old are you, kid? You look young. 15, that's an awkward age, right? And don't get any tattoos, you're only 15. Don't do what she did at 15 or whatever the fuck she was. She's only 19, so, I mean, I don't know when you got the treble clef. How old are you when you got your treble clef? 18. In 1 year, she got 5 tattoos. No regard for her body. You seem like a nice brown kid. Don't fuck this up, you know? You're 15, you're in your prime whacking years. Just enjoy that. You know what I mean? It's okay, buddy. We've all been there, you know what I mean? Who's that with you? Is that your dad? Your uncle. Hey, uncle. How old are you, uncle?
34.
34. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, uncle. You know what I mean? 15, just like, that's all. That's all you wanted to do at 15, you know? Hey, and just, what's your name, buddy? Sorry? Sahan? Shahan. Shahan, Shahaf, Shahaf, Shahan. Shahan, when you're jerking Shahaf, I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you, all right? Just enjoy it. Remember, uncle, you know what I'm saying, huh? 15, even in your 20s, as a guy, you could jerk off like 8 times a day and still fuck at night. It was an incredible time. You know? I mean, you don't really do it properly, but you can. I don't try this either tonight. Don't get carried away. That's all I'm saying. It never ends for a man, Shahan. You will always, as long as you have arms. For the rest of... Ow, 62. You still crank it out every now and then. Let's not lie to each other, Al. You know what I mean? It's not as frequent as it once was. I mean, you know, maybe once a month even. But whatever, you got to empty the pipes. You know what I'm saying? You know when it slows down? Uncle, you're only 34. You don't know this yet. But after 40 is when it slows down. That's when you got to make decisions in life, you know? You'll still do it, but it's not done with the same frequency or willingness as it once was. Like, like tonight, I'll give you an example. If I don't get laid tonight after my show, I don't give a shit. I will go back to my hotel room, open up my laptop, put on some porn, crank one out, and go to sleep like a fucking gentleman. You know what I mean? Problem is, after 40, you get tired way easier. Do you know how many nights I've had it happen where I put my laptop on my chest and I fall asleep with my dick in my hand, just... while the movie was loading, while the movie hadn't even started. And the only reason I wake up is because the heat from my laptop is burning my chest. I'm on fire! Oh. I grew up like an immigrant, and even though I was not an immigrant in Canada, felt like an immigrant. And then I moved to the States 7 years ago and actually became an immigrant. It's kind of a weird process for me. You know, being a Canadian living in America, all right, yeah, 3 Canadians, good. No, 1 Canadian flag. Good deal. Hold that up, we'll get a shot of it. Don't you want that on the fucking DVD? That's right. That's what it looks like, that's our flag, a leaf. Symbol of strength and fall. The immigrant experience is a lot harder than you think it is, you know? You really got to give your parents props if they came from another country to here or wherever they went to, because they really took a chance, you know? My parents left India in 1965, and they moved straight from India to Toronto, which is where I was born and raised by wolves. And I don't know how thick my dad's accent was when he moved to Canada, but it never got thinner in the 40 years he was alive there. My dad had this ability to give everything an accent. Everything. It doesn't matter what it was. And not words. Any immigrant could fuck up words. My dad would fuck up sounds. One time my dad's car broke down. He called me and goes, "Son, the car is broken down." I go, "What happened?" "I don't know." "Well, what's wrong with the car?" "If I knew that, I'd be a mechanic." What the hell's a mechanic? The bastard that fixes the car. Oh, I think you mean mechanic. Don't be stupid. There is no K in it. That's how you can tell. You can tell how Indian somebody is by how many fingers they point with. I was born in North America, one finger. You. People from India, 4 fingers to point at one thing. Just see these bastards, see. Just see. See everybody, see. See. Is that your wife or your girlfriend? Or? Girlfriend. That's how long you been together for? Couple years. Probably you thinking about locking her down, or you're just gonna waste her time? English guys. Why are you sweating right now? For no reason. She seems like a lovely lady, and you seem to still like each other. You know. Look at them. They're engaged. They've been together 4 years. They're still holding hands, huh? Look at that. That's cute. It is the t-shirt. But she's not grabbing his meat. She's holding his hand. You know what I mean? She's not like this. Oh, Peter. Yeah. You know, she's not. Just holding his hand. You know? Who has kids? You have kids, sir? Older guy? Or, I mean, older with respect, not like, oh, fucking old. I mean, you're obviously older than me, unless you just aged horribly. You know what I mean? But what's your name, sir? Al. And who are you here with, Al? Your family? Is any of those your kids? Your wife and your son? And daughter or daughter-in-law? Which one? I go daughter or daughter-in-law? Goes, yep. That's your wife, son? Hello? Bastard, hello. He's fucking looking at me and he's like... This isn't YouTube. I'm not buffering right now. I'm talking right to you. Is that your only child, Al? Yeah, you like him? It's good, right? How old are you, buddy? 26. What are you so shifty-eyed for? Well, that would have been great if you weren't chubby when you did that, you know what I mean? It was like, and then a big sweat stain right there. Great, that's gonna be on film forever. When you're your dad's age, what the fuck was I thinking? How old are you, Dad?
62.
62. You look great for 62. You look like shit for 42, but you do. You look good for 62. I wasn't expecting 62. That's good. And were you in the room when he was born? Yep. Let me tell you something, guys. If you ever have kids, when your wife goes into labor, do your best to not be there. Like, be in the vicinity. You could be in the hospital. You know. You can make her think you're in the room. Like, you know, do some sort of voice note on your phone and push, honey, push, and then hit repeat and loop, and then. But when she's giving birth, don't go in that room. Because women get crazy when they're giving birth. They say the meanest shit to you, don't they? Because they're in pain. They feel that pain. And then they start thinking, you're the fucking reason for this pain. I hate you with everything in me right now. They just get mean, don't they? Here's the problem, is that women think that men don't think that giving birth hurts. Of course it hurts. It has to hurt. I've had shits that hurt. I can only imagine. How much worse it would hurt when you're squeezing a human out of you. But that's part of the deal, ladies, and I'm not trying to downplay how painful it is. It's extreme pain. I can only imagine, you know? But the positive side to the pain of giving birth is that it's physical pain, which means it'll go away eventually. 6-7 weeks later, your vagina will snap back together. You'll forget all about it. You'll be walking around, you'll stub your toe, you'll be like, ow, my toe! You'll be like, what about your vagina? Fuck that, my toe hurts. Physical pain is the best pain you could hope for. I used to box, and I would get black eyes and headaches, but after a couple of days, it would go away. I'm not comparing boxing to your box. I'm just saying that physical pain goes away, you know? Because when you're giving birth, all you really need to do, ladies, is lean back and focus. Focus on squeezing this person out of you. You don't have to see what we saw in that fucking room. We can't unsee it. 6, 7 weeks later, your vagina's okay. The rest of my life is fucked. It's been 26 years. You think Al's forgotten? He's not forgotten shit. I'm scared to go down on chicks to this day. It's been 2 years. I'm scared. I'm jabbing my way in. I'm like... It's the worst thing you could ever see, isn't it, Al? It's like watching your favorite restaurant burn down. I mean, they'll rebuild it, you know. But I'm not eating there again. Fuck that, you know. That menu's different. They've done all kinds of things. They put a drive-thru in there now. Mexicans working in the back. Is he a good kid, Al? Absolutely. Was he a smart child? He was always. Your dad really loves you, dude. Because my dad would be like, this guy's a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like that. Either your dad does, either he loves you a lot or he can't stand you and he doesn't want us to know. You know what I mean? Indian dads will say, this guy's a fucking idiot. Do you love him? Of course I love him. That's my child. But what a fucking idiot. An absolute idiot. My daughter's pretty smart. I'm impressed by her. She's only 2 and she's already speaking Spanish and English, which is impressive to me. I wanted her to learn Spanish first because, first of all, she's half Latina, and we live in California, so, you know, I want her to at least know the language of California. Spanish is a very helpful language in California. I mean, you go to a restaurant, you want your car back from ballet, you want to know, like, what to say, you know what I mean? So you know what I did? I told my ex-wife's family, they're from Ecuador, I said, do me a favor. Please only speak to the baby in Spanish. They were like, no problem. Hey, do you want us to teach her English too? Nah. I got this. Last thing I want is my daughter being born in America and sounding like an immigrant, you know? Dad, you coming over? No, sweetheart, no Jews are coming over. Not unless my agent calls. And when you do have kids, trust me on this one. Buy your children, buy your babies, buy them educational toys. Best thing you could do. Because they start learning really young. I bought my daughter this toy, and you push the color, and it says the color. It'll push it, and it'll be like, it'll push yellow, and it'll be like, yellow, green, blue. But the cool thing in America is all the educational toys have a switch from English to Spanish. I flicked all her toys to Spanish. Now I'm learning Spanish, too. Who's thinking I am? Now when she pushes it, it goes, amarillo, verde, azul. Now I know how to say yellow, green, and blue in Spanish, but only like an opera singer. Let me tell you where this backfired on me. A few weeks ago, I was in LA. I needed some yellow paint. I went to Home Depot, and I walked in and there was a Mexican guy working inside. Inside Home Depot. So that's progress. Thank you, Mr. Obama. And I knew he was Mexican. First of all, it's LA. Secondly, his back was facing me. He was 5'4", had a giant head. There's no neck. It looked like a rock'em sock'em robot that hadn't been punched in the stomach. He turned around, his name was Juan, you know what I mean? And Juan, and he had the little Mexico flag right there. And when I see people and I can tell what their comfort language is, I always like to try and greet them in that language for two reasons. So that way, first, they think I speak their bullshit, and that way they won't try and rip me off. And secondly, you know, it makes them feel comfortable right away. And when I do say something in your language, I try to say it the best way I can so you really believe I speak your language. But the minute you reply, I get all fucked up because I've run out of words. So I see him and I go, "Hola Juan, ¿cómo estamos hoy?" He's like, "Hola." And I'm like, "Alrighty then. Listen, I make it look like we need to go back to English, you know, because you're at work and we need to keep it professional." So I go, "I need some paint." He goes, "Sí, ¿qué color?" I go, "Yellow." "Sí, mira." And he holds up gray and white and shades of gray and shades of white. And I'm like, no, yellow. "Sí, mira, yellow." "No, Juan, that's gray and white, shades of gray and shades of white." "No, just say yellow, mira, yellow, yellow." No, that's not yellow. That's fucking gray and white, Juan. "Yellow, mira, yellow, ice, ice." I don't care what your favorite song is right now. I just want yellow paint. "Sí, mira, yellow, ice, ice." I didn't know that yellow meant ice in Spanish. I didn't know that. That's not on the toy. So I get in this big argument with the guy. I'm like, "No, not fucking ice, Juan. Yellow. Sí, mira, yellow. Stop saying mira, yellow. This is not yellow. Mira, yellow, ice. Stop saying yellow ice. I don't want yellow ice. That's disgusting, first of all. I just want yellow. Mira, yellow. Stop saying mira, yellow. Yellow, yellow. No say. Stop. Fuck. What do you say then? No say." I'm like, ugh. Amarillo. Turns out he had the same toy at home. He goes, "Oh, you mean yellow?" I want to be strict, you know? I want to be strict with my daughter. She's only 2, so I can't really gauge how I'm going to be with her yet. I want to be like my parents, but not as crazy. Because Indian parents are a little crazy with their kids, you know? I want to be like a white parent. I love watching white people talk to their kids. White parents have this way of speaking to their children like they're humans. It's beautiful to watch, you know? But I think white parents, I can't be as lenient as a white parent, because white parents, you take it a little too far, you know? Like, you give your kids options. They're a fucking kid, they shouldn't have any options. I was in the mall the other day, I saw a white lady in the food court, and she said to her 5-year-old son, she goes, "Sweetheart, what do you want to eat for dinner?" And the kid goes, "I don't know." "Okay, well, when you figure it out, you let mommy know and I'll make it for you, okay? I love you." She asked a 5-year-old what he wanted to eat. Not, "Do you want this or this?" What? He could have said, "I want shoes. I want to eat a pair of shoes." She would have had to make him a pair of shoes. I can't even comprehend, like, I grew up in an immigrant house. Let me tell you something. In an immigrant house, there's no dinner for the adults and dinner for the children. Mom does not care what the fucking kids like. Mom does not cook for the kids. Mom cooks for dad. Whatever dad liked is what you were eating for dinner. That's the way it worked. It doesn't matter what your dad liked, that's what you were having for dinner. It turns out my dad used to love molten hot plates of lava. I was the only 5-year-old farting fire at 5. Just... They used to call me Dragon Ass at school. But white parents explain things to their kids, you know? They do. They take the time to do that. That's nice. Indian parents, they're the worst. If they don't want you to do something, they will make up the most insane story as to why you shouldn't do something and scare you into not ever thinking about doing it. And you don't think your parents are creative, so they couldn't be making that up. That must have happened, you know? I'll give you an example. I grew up just outside of Toronto, a small town called Brampton, and B-Town represent. And I grew up in these townhouses, and all the driveways were attached in the townhouses. And at the edge of the driveway was a road. Well, major road roller cars can drive. We were obviously not allowed to play on the road. We were only allowed to play on the driveways, for obvious reasons. Now this was the white lady next door telling her son not to play on the road. Sweetheart, mommy doesn't want you to play on the road.
Why not?
Because it's not safe.
So?
So you could get hurt.
I don't care.
Well, I do.
So?
If you get hurt, you'll make mommy sad. Do you want to make mommy sad?
No.
Well, then be a good boy and play in the driveway.
Okay.
I love you. It was so good, she explained it to him. She told him why he shouldn't do it. She gave him the consequences as to what could happen. He had all the information he needed to not play on the road. And you know what? He didn't play on the road. Not my dad. This is my dad telling me the same thing. Russell! Don't go on the road. You'll get hit by the car and you'll break apart. Not I might get hit by a car. No, I will get hit by the car. Apparently there's only one car in my neighborhood, and I was going to get hit by it, and I was gonna break apart. How the fuck do you break apart? When I was a kid, I thought I was made out of Lego because I was gonna break apart one day. Sydney! Give it up for starting from scratch and DJ Spinbad, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you guys know, that's actually what DJs are supposed to do. You see how they were DJing and they weren't looking at you? Because they were fucking DJing. I know a lot of you spend money to go see these so-called DJs that stand there in big arenas like this and their arms are in the air. They better be DJing with their dick right now. That's all I'm saying, because if your arms are in the air, who the fuck is playing the music? That's like you spending money to come see me, and then I put on a DVD and go. Stand there making hand hearts. Good to be back here. How are you, buddy? I can't tell if you're white or not. It's not that easy anymore, you know? Back in the day, when you see a white person, you knew they were white immediately. When I was a kid, if I saw a white person, I didn't have to ask. If I was like, are you white? They'd be like, what the fuck else would I be? But now you need to confirm. What are you, sir? Are you white? Even you hesitated. You had to go through your own lineage. Be like, apparently I am, yes. Because you're not regular white. You got like hairy immigrant arms. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a shot of those. You get those? You're missing the arm cue. It's right there. Oh, look at that thing. Jesus, that's not proper white, buddy. I don't know. That's Italian or Greek or something. I don't know what's going on there. Where are your parents from? UK. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's pretty white. That, in fact, is the benchmark. That you are one hairy Englishman. I'll tell you that. Fee fi fo fum. I smell the hair of an Englishman. You know why you gotta ask nowadays? I was in Florida. You guys ever go to Florida in the U.S.? If you go to Florida, everybody in Florida looks like everybody in this room until they open their mouth. Spanish flies right out of their mouth. Like, Not like a little bit of Spanish, like you could tell that that's all their thoughts, everything they do is in Spanish. You know how you could tell when you say hello to them, you can see your hello enter their head. You're like, hello, and you see it go, hello equals hola. Reply with hello. And you know that their hello started with a J. That's the best part, you know? Hello. It's not just a greeting, it's my favorite dessert. It sucks for me. I like the Spanish language, but if you go to a place where all they do is speak Spanish and they should be speaking English, it gets annoying. Because they see the brown skin, they just assume something's going on. They just, everywhere I go in Florida, they're like, oye, cubano, oye, listen up there, fucking Fernando. I don't want to dance right now. First of all, we're at a gas station. This is really awkward. When I told the guy, I go, oh, I don't speak Spanish. He goes, what kind of fucking Latino don't speak Spanish? When I told the guy I wasn't Latino, he reacted like a guy who bought a hooker and found out it was a guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, no, I'm not Latino. What the fuck are you? Pointed at my dick when he did it. Just, what the fuck is that? I like Spanish. It just gets annoying when everybody's speaking it to you. Everybody, hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola. I got annoyed. I was getting fed up. I walked into a store. I saw an Indian guy with a turban. I got all excited. I was like, thank God, my people. I go, how you doing, man? He goes, hola. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes, man. Can't speak Spanish with Indian head motions. It doesn't work like that. ¿Qué pasó? Been traveling a lot on this tour. That's the fun thing about being on the road, is going to countries I've never been to. I was in Thailand. I know a lot of you have been to Thailand. It's not far from here. I like how a lot of you don't want to admit you've been to Thailand, because you're fucking perverts, that's why. Thailand's great. When I go to countries I've never been to, you know what I like to do? I like to experience what they're famous for. Not ladyboys, you filthy pirates, all right? I was in Bangkok. You know what's funny about Bangkok? It doesn't matter how old you get. When you hear Bangkok, you'll giggle every time. 42 years old, I'm like, Bangkok. Because you start thinking about the origin of names, right? And you start trying to figure out how they came up with that name, like they were having a meeting in Thailand. They were like, we need a name for the city. Okay, quick lunch break, we come back. What happened? Bangkok. Kind of makes you wonder how they came up with the name for the island of Phuket. You know what I mean? What do you want to call that island? I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever. Just. I went to when I was in Bangkok. I went for a Thai massage. That's what else they're famous for. Just so you guys know, if you go to Thailand, you want a Thai massage, just say you want a massage, not a Thai massage, because they understand that it's already Thailand. But I didn't know. One of my friends was telling me about the Thai massages. It's actually customary over there for the lady giving you the massage to not shoot dice. I mean, finish you off. And I was like, well, all right. And I just out of curiosity, I was like, well, why do they do that? Not that I'm opposed to it, I just want to know why. And he goes, oh, because, you know, they give you this great massage and you're relaxed all over your whole body, except for dead center, you're stiff. And then he was like, well, when is a man most relaxed? Right after, right? And then you add a great massage onto that, and you're just fucking jello when you leave. You can tell who's at a massage. Everybody walking through the streets of Bangkok. Hey, all right. Is he hammered? No, he had a great massage. So I was like, all right, I'll try it out. So I went for my massage, and just my luck, I'm not making this up, just my luck, when I was there, they had just passed a law saying that these women weren't allowed to, they were no longer allowed to finish you off with their hands. And they weren't gonna start blowing everybody, it's not that kind of party, you know what I mean? Because even when they do finish you off with their hands, it's not done like, you know, outside of time. Like, over here it'll be considered dirty. Everyone's, hey man, you wanna go to rub and tug? You know, it's like, it always has that gross undertone to it. Like you go to a rub and tug and the lady's talking shit to you. Oh, so big, you know, and she's taking her time and, you know. Not over there, it has nothing to do with sexuality. It's just like, to relax you. So they've got it down to like 2 pumps and like, ding, ding, get out. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care how big, how small, they're like, just ding, ding, get out. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen when I go for my massage. So I go, what happens? He goes, I don't know. I go, well, you're gonna find out. And I go, all right. I go, will they still finish me off? Probably, but I don't know how. I go, all right, great. So I go for my massage. This cute little Thai lady, she gives me this great massage down my back, down my legs, down my feet, up my legs, up my chest, and then she gets to my hog. And I know something's gonna happen, right? But I don't know what, so I just tilt my head back and relax, right? And I feel a wonderful sensation on my wiener. And I'm thinking maybe she's doing the old, you know, like the elbow crease. I don't know, like, I say the old like it's a move or something, but like, I mean, I've never had a girl go, ooh, you like that? No, I don't know, right? I'm just saying. I'm thinking maybe she's doing it with her feet, which I like, you know what I mean? I like women's feet, that works for me, right? So I'm like, I feel this great sensation, so my curious side wants to see what's happening. So I look up, and I swear to God, she's doing this. She's giving me the best wrist job I've ever had in my life. Like, I didn't know you could do that with a wrist. I went back to my hotel room that night because it felt so good. I thought I'd give it a shot, you know? Just sitting at the edge of my bed, I'm like, all right. Just a note, fellas, if you're gonna try this tonight, take your watch off. That's all I'm saying. Don't be the reason you have a Bangkok. I was in the Middle East. Where are the Arabs at tonight? Arabs? So it's a lot of Arabs. It's a dangerous amount. What style of Arab are you guys here? Lebanese! What the fuck is Lebanese? Is that some sort of hamburger topping that I don't know about?
Yeah, mate, how you going? Let me get a hamburger.
That's my impression of you guys. I don't know what the fuck it makes me laugh.
Hey, how you going, mate? No worries. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Are you a particularly high-strung bunch of people that you have to tell everybody,
No worries. Stop worrying, mate. All right. Are you worried? No worries. All right. Yeah.
I always feel like I should shove carrots in your mouth when you're talking to me.
Hey, how you going, mate? No worries.
I'm not worried.
You shouldn't be. Crikey.
Lebanese. Let me get the ketchup and some Lebanese on that, please. Oh, what's Lebanese? It's lemon and mayonnaise. That's it. Why don't they call it lemonade? Lebanese sounds better. My Lebanese friends, have you ever gone back to Beirut? Let me tell you something. I've partied all over the world. And by far, without trying to suck up to you guys, because I'm scared. But out of all the places I've been to in the world, Beirut parties like you've never seen before. Like They literally party like there's no tomorrow. There could very well be over there, you know what I mean? You've never seen chain smoking. Like you go to Beirut, you see chain smokers light up a cigarette, finish, and throw it on the ground and start another one. Lebanon, 3 at a time. Literally, one this hand, and like one of those fake blue ones for safety. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, aren't you worried about getting cancer? I will never die of cancer. Do you have the cure? The Yehudis will kill me well before the cancer can. I don't have to worry about that, cancer. Cancer, AIDS, no disease will get me. Don't worry. I know what the problem is in the Middle East. My Arab friends, listen up. Here's how to start change over there. Here's what the first problem is. Arab men will never say, no, I don't know. They will never say no, and they will never admit to not knowing something. It somehow emasculates an Arab man to not know something. It doesn't matter what it is. If he doesn't know, he'll make up a story. And he will yell it at you. Doesn't matter what you ask him. It could be something as simple as, hey, do you know how to make a cake? Because, yes, of course.
Everybody knows how to make cake.
Really? Because I don't know how to make a cake. Could you show me?
Yes.
You know how you can tell when an Arab guy's lying? He'll start his answer off with, okay. That's the fucking tip-off. When you know he's lying, right then. Because I'm like, really? I don't know how to make a cake. How do you make a cake?
Okay. First, you get cake. Then you make it for 20 minutes. Then you have cake.
Are you sure? Because I don't think that's how you make cake.
That is the only way to make cake. They've been making cake like that since the beginning of time.
Like, all right, don't get crazy. I'm just asking. It's true. It doesn't matter what you ask them. If they don't know, they will make up a story. And this really happened to me last year. I was in Dubai. I was in Bloomingdale's, the department store, the American department store. So clearly, there's a problem with the Jews and the Arabs. So I'm in Bloomingdale's. I'm looking to leave the store. I'm looking for an escalator. I see a security guy standing there. I walk up and I go, hi, is there an escalator in here?
Yes.
Do you know where it is?
Yes, of course.
Do you think you could tell me where it is?
Yes.
Fucking tell me then, right?
Okay.
Comedy Now, Uncensored, starring Russell Peters. Please welcome Russell Peters.
Look at this audience, man. It's like a Benetton ad. Man, this is good. This is a lot of different kinds of people here tonight. Good evening, folks. You all right? Yeah. Well, one Indian guy's all right. The rest of you are okay, so that's good. Oh, that's crazy, that laugh. All right, good. It's good to be back. I was at my parents' house about a month ago, and I was watching TV with my dad, right? We were sitting in the living room watching TV, and they had like, the gay pride parade was on that weekend. And well, whatever makes you happy. And they were showing, they had like a live feed, not like a live feed, but like they were showing the parade, right? They were showing it on TV, right? So, would you grow up? All right, so we're watching it, right? We're watching the parade, right? And then all of a sudden, these 3 gay Indian guys came on the screen, right? I don't mean came on the screen, but I mean they appeared, right? So I'm watching it, right? And these three gay Indian guys are like, hey, we are Indian and we're gay. We represent the gay South Asian community. And my dad looks at me and he goes, that is disgusting. Do you know them? I was like, why the hell would I know them? Because they are of the gay, and you are in the entertainment business. Then my dad started to get really irritated with them, you know, because they were just kept showing them on the screen. It didn't really bother me, you know, because it's just, you know, it's gay pride, and they're just being proud and gay, right? So my dad started to get really irritated with them, going, this is wrong. We should not have gay Indians. Indian men should not be gay. I go, Dad, we got a population crisis over there. We could use a couple of homos in India right now, you know what I'm saying? I love it when people concern themselves with stuff that's never going to affect their life. You know what I mean? Same-sex marriages, I got bigger things to worry about than a same-sex marriage. I got to worry about an arranged marriage. You know, be out of control when they got same-sex arranged marriages. That's when it's going to be out of control. You know what I mean? Indian family realizes their son's gay when he's young, you know? We must find him a nice boy. Someone from a good family and a big closet. Arranged marriage is a big problem in my community, man. I mean, it's not so much a problem, it's a problem if you want it to be a problem. I mean, it's a problem for me, you know what I mean? My parents tried that on me last year. They came up to me, they're like, my mom goes, Russell, you're getting older now. And you're not married. What if I bring some nice girls home for you? I go, I bring nice girls home all the time. They just leave in the morning, you know. That's a nice girl right there. It's like, no, I will pick some girls and you can choose the one you like. Like, are you out of your mind, man? My mom wanted to pick my wife. I wouldn't let my mom pick my clothes. Imagine my mom walking in with this girl. I know she's a little big now, but you'll grow into her. Big deal in the Indian community if you're not married, man. I'm not married. I'm not really big on this whole marriage thing, you know? I love women too much to get married, you know what I mean? Because if you love women and you get married, then you just love woman. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet, you know? I'm scared of getting that disease, too. You know that disease when you get married? One-gina? I don't want to get stuck with one-gina for the rest of my life, you know? Oh, man. I've been doing a lot of traveling. I just came back from South Africa. I was in the motherland. Not my motherland, obviously, you know what I mean? It's black people's motherland, you know. I'm Indian, we have our own motherland. England, you know. I was, The night I came back from South Africa, though, it was funny. I was doing a show the same night I came back, and I'm on stage, and I go, yeah, I just came back from South Africa. Some drunk white lady in the back of the room yells out, yeah, man! I said South Africa. Yeah, man! Not friggin' Jamaica. She'd be better off yelled out. Some people don't like to laugh at that joke. They think it's racist. You ever see that movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy? Yeah, remember the first time you saw a little African brother moving? You were laughing your ass off, weren't you, huh? The first time I saw the movie, I was like, wow, whoever wrote this is brilliant. I went to South Africa, that's a real language. I didn't know that, man. I'm in my elevator in the hotel. These three African guys get on board. They're having a conversation. All I hear coming out of their mouth is,
And I'm standing there like a jackass laughing at them, right? Holy shit. I can't believe they really talk like that. Then I almost got into a fight with them because I was eating Pop Rocks and they thought I was swearing at them. Got very tense in that elevator, man. Freaked me out when I went there, too. You guys ever get a chance to go to South Africa, it'll freak out. You know what freaked me out when I went there? I got off the plane, there was Indian people. Not one or two. Millions of us. And here's the thing, Indian people have been in South Africa for like 6, 7 generations now. They've been in Africa longer than white people have been in Canada. Well, it's true, they've been there for like 6, 7 generations. Here's the messed up part. Indian people were taken to South Africa as slaves. Who the hell uses an Indian slave? Do I look physically ready to do hard labor? My people don't work that hard. Give us a calculator. We'll do your taxes, man. My people don't like doing physical labor, man. We'd make shitty slaves, man. Imagine how pissed off the first slave owner was. All right, Raj, here's what you're gonna do. Get in that field and pick that cotton. No. No. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hurt my back. Let me tell you what we'll do. Okay? Okay, you pick the cotton. And I will get the t-shirts made. And together, we can wholesale it. We don't do hard physical work like that, man. Why do you think you don't see very many Indian athletes? You're not gonna see an Indian guy in the NFL? Okay, down, set, hike, hike. Go, run, run. Run with it. I'm waiting here, go. Faster, faster. We are winning. Glad to see brown people in the audience. That's nice, you know. Of course, you'd be here at the taping. It's free. You cheap bastards. Indian people, don't even act like you're not cheap. You know you're cheap. It's in our blood to be cheap. You know, people say Jews are cheap. Jews aren't actually cheap. Jews will spend the money if they think it's worthwhile. A Jew will grab a shirt and go, I don't know. All right, it feels like it's good material. Here's my money. Whereas an Indian guy be like, I don't know. I could probably get this made for $4. And when you're not looking, he pulls out a knife. How much now? It's ripped. I don't buy ripped shirts. We are cheap, man. It's in our blood. My dad's so good at being cheap that he could convince you that you're wrong. I took my dad to a bar. He ordered a beer. The waitress was like, it's $4.50, sir. My dad's like, okay. Here's 3. She's standing there like, sir, what about the other 150? Don't worry about it. Okay. She's like, no, you owe me 150. I owe you, you owe me. It's the same thing. Go ahead. Don't be so cheap. See some Asian people? That's good. You Chinese? Woo! I'm saying that could be your last name. Woo! It's that's That's who can't do business together. Chinese people and Indian people cannot do business together. Because Indians cannot live without a bargain, and Chinese people cannot give you a bargain. Their objective is to get every penny from you, and ours is to keep every penny. There's a really bad power struggle there. I went to this Chinese mall. Some of you may know it, Pacific Mall. That's the wrong place for an Indian guy to go. I saw this bag. I wanted to buy this bag. I go, how much? I go to the Chinese guy behind the counter. How much? He goes, $35. How about 30? And Chinese people will never tell you no. They'll tell you no, the longest no you've ever heard in your life. Like you just said the most ridiculous thing they've ever heard in their life. I'll give you 30. No. No. I can't do $30. I sell you $30 today, you come tomorrow, I'll close down. I'm like, all right, well then give me a deal on the purse, man. I don't want to pay 35 bucks. Okay, 1 sec. I talked to my wife. 1 second. Thank you. I'm going. Okay, you seem like nice guy. I'll give you best price. $34.50. I'm like, that's 50 cents, man. He goes, 50 cents a lot of money. You save 50 cents here, then maybe you go somewhere else, you save another 50 cents. Then you have $1. Then you take your dollar, you go to the dollar store, you buy something else. It starts turning into my money manager or something. Let me financial plan for you. I'm like, you know what, dude? Forget it. I don't want it. It's not a deal. He starts telling me stuff that has nothing to do with anything. I go, I'm leaving. He goes, hey, be a man. Be a man. Do the right thing. What are you talking about, do the right thing? Maybe you don't buy the purse right now. You go you walk around the mall, you see something else, you don't buy, you come back, you say, hey, I want the purse for $34.50. I say, no. You don't get for $34.50 now, price gone up maybe $40. Be a man. Just can't do business, man. We can work together, we just can't work with each other, you know? Man. Good to see black people in the audience, too. That's nice. Because it's bright. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. What, you all of a sudden you sensitive black people all of a sudden? What the hell? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I grew up around black people. You don't scare me. I grew up around Jamaicans, man. Jamaicans are hard people to grow up around. Any Jamaicans here tonight? They're like the most passive Jamaicans ever. They're like, a bobo lick shot. I, man, a brethren is a Jamaican. Look at this. Quietest Jamaicans in the world. Jamaicans are hard people to grow up around. You know why? Because when I was growing up around Jamaicans, you hang around Jamaican people long enough, you feel the need to want to be Jamaican. They just look so cool. Everything about them is cool. When I was a kid, I was like, I wanted to be Jamaican so bad. I started dressing like a Jamaican. I started wearing a little red, yellow, and green belt. And I started talking like a Jamaican. I started listening to reggae music. I started having kids I didn't know about. I did everything that I possibly could. But you know what the shitty thing is? A Jamaican will never act like you. You're never gonna see a Jamaican guy that grew up with a bunch of Indian guys walking around going, hey baby, whopping. It's not gonna happen, you know? Felt bad for my dad because he tried fitting in with my Jamaican friends when I was growing up. You don't ever want a man from India trying to speak like a Jamaican at any point during his life. My friends would be in the living room, my dad walking, okay, come on, Marlon, move your bumbo clot and go home. My dad thought punani was a tropical fruit. It is if you think about it. For the older white folks that look confused right now, punani is the Jamaican word for a woman's. You know what I'm saying? For her pum pum. My dad thought it was a tropical fruit. One time when I was a kid, I was sick and I was messing around with my dad. He came here and goes, "Oh my God, son, you're sick. What can I get you?" I go, "Dad, I love punani." My dad went to the Jamaican store. "Hey lady, where's your punani?" "My son is at home sick. He needs punani right now. Give me 2. Is it ripe? Let me squeeze it." No seeds. When I was in South Africa, I heard real African names. My child's gonna get an African name. I don't care. Real African names are wicked, man. I was at this casino in South Africa, right? I'm playing blackjack. Or African American Jack. All right, I'm playing 21, right? And I look at the dealer, right? It was an African dude. I think they put this guy there just to confuse you when you're gambling. Because I looked at his name tag, I swear to God, the guy's name was spelt XOBILE. And I'm like, how the hell do you say that? So I'm not from there. I thought I'd take a shot, right? I'm like, yeah, could I get another card there? Somebody. Could I get another card there? Somebody. See, because I thought you had to start big, you know? Because the exclamation was at the beginning of the name, right? Like, if it was a question mark, I'd be like, Dobile? But it was an exclamation, so I'm like, Dobile! And he looks at me and he goes, "Please do not yell in the casino." I go, "I'm not yelling, man. I'm just trying to say your name." He goes, "That is not how you say my name." I go, "Well, how do you say your name?" I swear to God, man. The guy goes, "My name is pronounced Bile." He had a click in his name. The guy's name was Bile. I don't care. My first child's getting a click in his name. I don't care, man. This is my son, Hustle. The guy's name was Bile. It sounds cool when we're just saying it to each other, right? Bile. But think about how that must slow down his sex life, you know? Imagine he's in there with his woman, they're making love. "Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Say my name. Say my name. Oh, my God. Bile." Mess up the whole vibe, man. I went to Italy. Italy was cool, man. You know, it was wicked when I went to Italy. This freaked me out. Brown people, you got to go to Italy. It'll mess them up. I went to Italy. The Italians thought I was Italian. And I didn't have the heart to tell them I wasn't Italian, right? Because it seemed kind of cool to be Italian for a little while. Until they started speaking Italian to me. Then I just looked like I was retarded, you know? Because they're walking out to me on the street. "Ah, signore, sono dove cordici, pascodonte, pascattini, periodote, veriti. Temperiote, catini, periodote. Sì. See, man. Then when I told the guy I was Indian, he would freak out. "Indiano? No Indiano. No Indiano. Mario, che cazzo va Indiano? No Indiano." Like I told him I was a friggin' ghost or something. "No." Because they can't picture Indian people that are just normal over there, you know? In their heads, Indian people are... And we show up and shatter their miserable dream for them. If you guys get a chance to go to Italy, it's cool, man. You don't even need to learn how to speak Italian. That's the good part. All you need to do is learn how to read their hand signals. Because every word in Italian has a hand signal that goes with it. Everything. It's like they all used to be deaf at some point, you know? Everything. Hey, 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 down here, hey. What the fuck? Did you know that? I swear to God, this in Italian, you know what this means? This is what the fuck in Italian. Right here, this little hand motion is what the fuck. They'll look at you and they'll go, hey! This is what the fuck in Italian. You know what this means in Indian? You want to eat? You want to eat. Can you imagine an Italian guy walking into an Indian restaurant? Hey, what the fuck? Hey. Buffet is over there. And you watch your language, or somebody gonna get hurt real bad. My Chinese friends, you all right over there? How you doing, bro? Didn't you try and sell me a purse earlier? Just kidding, just check. What's your name? No, the Chinese guy. You're the black guy. But you know, whatever makes you happy, you know what I mean? My Chinese friend, what's your name, sir? Anthony, that's what I thought when I looked at you. Looked right at him, that's an Anthony right there. That's you have a Chinese name as well, Anthony? What's your Chinese name? Say it, you know, proper, however Chinese people would say your name. I don't, not, and don't go, Anthony! I don't want that, you know what I mean? I want the proper Chinese version. What's the Chinese name? Tap Sun Bong? Doesn't that mean you're gonna get high? Hey, you want a Tap Sun Bong? That's a wicked name, man. Tap Sun Bong. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong or not, but this is the way it is now. You know? Sounds cooler than Anthony. Unless you're Anthony by day and Tap Sun Bong by night. You could be like a Chinese superhero, man. Chinaman. He got 2 chopsticks on his shirt. Shooting noodles out of his wrist. Catching bad guys with stale fortune cookies. Confucius say, you go to jail, bad boy. I did shows in Hong Kong. I went to Hong Kong last year, man. That was wicked. Hong Kong's a wicked place. I think Chinese people are like the smartest people in the world, man. They're tricking us all. They are, man. They are not dumb people. They pretend to not know English. I went to Hong Kong. They all speak English over there. Everyone. They speak better English than we speak. I'm in this guy's store. I go, you know what? Me and my friend will come back. He goes, your friend and I. Like, well, if you and him want to come back too, that's fine, but cannot dumb people, man. Don't be fooled. They're playing you. You know, it really upset me though when I went to Hong Kong. Everywhere you go in the world and perform, wherever I go, they have a local comedian open the show for us. I go to South Africa, they get South Africa. I go to England, they get English comedian. Went to Hong Kong, I kept picturing in my head a Chinese comedian. I get there, no Chinese comedian. I was so upset because I kept picturing a Chinese comedian. You know? Little Chinese brother running out, opening up the shore. Hey! Hey! Excuse me. Your mother is so fat. That when she jumped for joy, she got stuck. Okay, thank you. Didn't happen. Very upsetting. Oh, man. I'm gonna let out a secret about Indian people for all the people here or all the people watching, wherever you are. If you're not Indian, this is a message to you on behalf of all Indian people. Hope my brown people don't get upset that I'm letting out our secret. But just so you guys know, Indian people are fully aware of what their accent sounds like. We don't actually need you we know exactly what it sounds like. We know it's not the coolest accent in the world, you know? You're never gonna see two Indian guys in a club standing around like, hey man, aren't we cool? Don't we sound really hip? We are going to meet all the bitches tonight. I'm pimping. You know, it's not gonna happen, you know? We know what it sounds like, you know? And don't think for 1 minute that we don't know that you're mocking us when we're not around. It's an accent. We're not deaf. Don't think when we walk into Home Depot and go, hello, I'm looking for paint. Yeah, it's right down that aisle over there, sir. Hey, Jim, did you hear that guy? He's looking for paint. 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 Hey, let's go have a cigarette and talk like this for half an hour. We know you're doing it, you bastards. But Indian people know what their accent's good for and what it's not good for. We know its limitations. You know what I mean? We know it's not good for getting laid. It's not gonna help you. Hello, baby. Nothing's gonna happen for you. But you know what the Indian accent is good for? Cutting tension. You got a tense situation, pop in the Indian accent. Tension's gone. Picture a serious courtroom drama. Your Honor, my client would like to plead guilty. Tension's gone. But white people, let me talk to you for a minute. White Canadian people, especially. Canadian white people, when I say Canadian, I mean you're Canadian, your parents are Canadian, your grandparents are Canadian, you're really Canadian. Canadian white people, you have an accent. And they're completely oblivious to it. You do? I don't know if you're aware of it, sir. You may not have it, you look like a rich Canadian white guy. I don't know, you know what I mean? You're a minority. But Canadian people have an accent. And it's funny when you watch white Canadian people talk, especially white Canadian guys, they have this funny-ass way of talking. They talk, the way they speak, they make everything sound like it's the most matter-of-fact thing you've ever heard in your life. And when they talk to you, it looks like they can't control their head. It looks like they're part bobblehead when they say stuff to you. Because they'll come up to you and they'll go, Jesus Christ. Did you get a load of the jugs on that one? Oh yeah, oh yeah. They do, it's funny to watch. And white people are sitting there going, no, we don't have an accent, what are you talking about? I can prove to you, white folks, that you have an accent. It's a pretty bold statement for a brown man. But I can prove to you. White people, when you swear, you sound like donkeys. You do, because you'll say stuff like, fuck yeah. Bullshit. You talk funny, man. It's okay. This is a nice room tonight, you know. It's all kinds of different people here. I love that. When I look out in the audience, I see Black, white, Asian, just everybody having a good time hanging out. Brown. We fall under Asian as well. South. It's nice, you know, different mix of audience like this, and people at home, different kinds of people enjoying this in their living room or wherever. This type of thing's not going to be able to happen in about 300 years from now. Do you realize that? Because you realize that? If we make it to 300 years from now, do you realize there's not going to be any more white people? There's not going to be any more black people? Everybody's going to be beige. And I don't care, I'm already beige, you know what I mean? It's not going to affect me at all. But it's true, the whole world's mixing. There's nothing you can do about it. Eventually, we're all going to become some sort of hybrid mix of Chinese and Indian. It's inevitable. They're the two largest populations in the world. So you could run from us now. But sooner or later, we're going to hump you. And I'm thinking if we're already gonna mix anyway, we should start mixing now, you know? You know, ladies, take some chances, sleep around a bit, you know? If you see that Indian comedian that you really want to have sex with, I say go for it. But it's true, the whole world's mixing, you know? And eventually, everybody look the same. But I'm thinking if we're all gonna mix anyway, let's start mixing people now that would never normally mix. Just to see what we'll get. You know, hook up a Jamaican with an Italian. They could have little pastafarians, you know? I'm Indian. I could hook up with a Jewish girl. We could have little Hindus. Get a woman from the Philippines, a guy from Holland, little jalapenos. Guy from Cuba, a woman from Iceland, little ice cubes. A French and a Greek, freak. German and a Newfie, little goofies. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. We might as well help it along. I used to go out with a Chinese girl. That was wicked going out with a Chinese girl. Could you imagine if her and I had gotten serious? Could you imagine that wedding? You know how much rice would have been at that wedding? Nobody'd be allowed to throw it at the bride and groom. Our parents would just freak out. What the hell are you doing? You're wasting the food. I told you not to invite white people to the wedding. They throw the bloody food around. Let's go to their weddings and throw mashed potatoes at them. Gonna happen, man. My dad's been in this country for 40 years now. 40 years. And you know what's scary? Is I think my dad's turning into a redneck now. I swear to God, he's starting to say stuff that scares me, you know? I walked into my parents' house a couple of weeks ago. My dad was sitting there on the phone. He had the newspaper open in front of him. He had an ad circled. Somebody was selling a couch, right? So my dad's on the phone. He calls the ad. And on the other end of the phone, some Eastern European lady answered, and she couldn't speak any English. And all I hear is, hello, I'm calling about your couch. Hello? Hello? I want to know about your couch. Hello? Okay. I've said hello twice. I would like to purchase your couch. And no English. I'm sorry? And no English. Then why the hell did you answer the phone? You don't come to my country if you can't speak the language. Click. My dad looks at me and goes, immigrants. I go, Dad, you're an immigrant. Hey, you watch what you say to me. I think that's one thing that separates immigrant families from the regular Canadian families, you know? Doesn't matter where your parents are from. If they weren't born in this country, they will whoop your ass when you're growing up, won't they? It doesn't matter. Where are your parents from? Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? They'll beat you with a cabbage roll. You know what I'm saying? They'll smack a pierogi upside your head if they have to. They'll beat you, right? Immigrant parents will beat their kids. Canadian parents, they're a little too soft on their kids. And that's fine, you know, whatever makes you happy. But you need to start beating your kids. I'll tell you why. Because growing up, kids now are growing up in a multicultural society. You know, you're going to have white kids growing up with black kids and brown kids and Asian kids, and they're all going to be hanging out in the playground. You know what I mean? And they're going to be talking about the ass whooping they got last night. Do you want that little white kid to feel left out? Beat that child so he's not a social outcast. We'll be sitting around, man, my dad beat my ass. My dad beat my ass too. The white kid be like, I got sent to my room. Well, I'll be like, you've got a room? You need to beat the kids, man. Indian parents will beat their kids. Chinese parents, I would hate to get beat. Your parents know kung fu and stuff, man. I would hate to mess up in a Chinese house, man. Hey, tap this bong. Come here. It says you got an F in school. They wouldn't even need to beat you. They just go, no, Sonny Tag. Indian parents aren't afraid to kill their kids if they have to. My dad's theory was, if I get rid of one, I'll just make another one. And I will tell the new one what an idiot the last one was. Jamaican parents will beat their kids for no reason sometimes, won't they? Hey, boy, come here. Yes, Daddy? What's that for? Just in case. White people, please beat your kids. I'll tell you why else, because when I was growing up, right, I grew up around a lot of black people, which was fine, because the black people never picked on me. White kids, not so friendly back then. But every now and then, a white kid would come and hang out with us, and we were like, wow, a white kid! I've heard so much about you! And here's where the problem is. When a white kid would hang out with us, we'd want to be like the white kid. We would want to start to do everything like the white kid. We wanted to copy that white kid so much. And the problem is when we would start taking that white kid's advice on how to deal with our parents. That'll get you friggin' murdered, man. I remember hanging around this one little white boy, Ryan, when I was 10 years old. I went to his house after school one day, right? His parents never beat him, and they never even yelled at him. He could do anything he wanted, and nothing was gonna happen to him. But he was an angry kid. We walked into his house after school one day, his mom goes, Ryan, go clean your room. Fuck you, bitch! His mom goes, what am I gonna do with him? I go, Ryan, you can't talk to your mom like that. Yes, I can. She's a jackass. Don't say that, man. She'll hit you. No, she won't. She's not allowed to. What the hell are you talking about, man? My parents hit me. Yeah, well, next time they try it, you tell them to fuck off. Are you sure? Trust me, it works for me. So I went home for the last time. I walked in the house, my dad goes, Russell, come and do the dishes. Fuck you, Dad. What the hell did you say to me? Do I look like Ryan's mom? Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. That was my dad's threat right before he beat me every single time. Oi, Russell. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. I hated that threat. You know why? Because he'd always say somebody. He'd never tell you it was you. I mean, you knew it was you. But he'd give you this hope. Oi, Russell. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Somebody. I'm not gonna say who. Oh, I think you might know him very well. I'm in the back praying. I hope it's my brother, man. Please. I saw that little brat Ryan at school a few days later. I was like, yo, your little plan almost got me killed. He goes, oh, sorry, dude. I forgot to tell you the other part. If he's still gonna hit you, threaten to phone Children's Aid. Why? Because if you phone Children's Aid, they'll come and take your dad away, and he'll get in trouble. You won't even have to call. Just pretend. It'll scare the crap out of him. You're 10 years old, you figure out how to scare the crap out of your dad? That's like finding kryptonite. I thought I'd try it. I was about to get my next beating. I stopped my dad. I go, don't do it. I'll phone Children's Aid. You ever had your parents call your bluff? You'll do what? I'll phone Children's Aid. Is that right? Oh. Ooh. Well, let me get you the phone, tough guy. What are you doing? If I phone Children's Aid, you'll get in trouble. I might get into a little bit of trouble. But I know that it's going to take them 23 minutes to get here. In that time, somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Thank you very much. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Russell Peters.
New York City. If you're ready for the star of the show, make some noise. I said, if you're ready for the star of the show, make some noise. Give it up for the one and only Russell Peters.
get a hug real fast tonight. Give it up for DJ Spinbad. And starting from scratch. Toronto and New York, the two best in the world. What's up? Hi. How you doing? Look, what's going on? Look at everybody all mixed up. I like that. White girls with non-white guys. That's what I'm talking about, huh? Black guy with an Asian girl. God damn. You're like, we got to capitalize on this Tiger Woods shit. Oh, somebody brought a kid. Good job, huh? Good job. That kid's gonna learn some new shit tonight, my friend. Asians, good to see you, huh? Are you? All right. You look upset. What's wrong? You look like you're looking for a Dance Dance Revolution machine or something. Asians love that Dance Dance Revolution, don't you? God damn, they love Dance Dance Revolution. DDR. That's the short, that's what they call it, DDR. See, I said it, that guy smiled, oh, DDR. So good. Do you know what it is, sir? Do you know what the Dance Dance Revolution is? It's not an actual revolution, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not like a bunch of Asians are gonna knock on you, hey, stop dancing! It's not like that. It's a revolution! It's a video game. It's a video game. You can relax again. What it is, it's a TV screen in front of you, and it's got these arrows that go in different directions. They just keep moving, and they go in different directions. They're different colors, and it plays this shitty Euro trash music in the background, right? Sounds like you're in the backseat of a Persian guy's car. You know what I mean? Just. Hey, bro, this is best music, bro. Hey, bro, this is best, bro. It's best, bro. It's biggest thing in Europe, bro. It's best in Europe, bro. So it's got the TV, the arrows, and the shitty music, and then on the ground in front of you are these things that light up according to what you see on the screen, and you're supposed to step on that, and that will teach you how to dance. And the Asians love it. I remember last year I was in Singapore, and the Chinese people in Singapore were lined up outside the arcade, lined up to play Dance Dance Revolution. And I was like, how hard can this shit be? So I stood in line. I get to the machine, I put my money in, the hardest fucking thing I've ever tried in my life. I didn't hit one single thing on the ground. I was one step behind every moment. I was doing so bad, at one point the machine even said, do you even have legs? It just said that right across the front of the screen. One point this came up in front of the screen, one of these, just. And I was doing so badly that the Chinese dude that was next was getting mad at me because he thought I was bullshitting on the machine. He starts yelling at me, hey, asshole, if you're not going to play the game proper, then go play something else. Go play something your people are good at. Go play the taxi game. So I got mad, right? I'm like, all right, fuckface. That's what I like to call people when I'm mad and I don't know their name. Fuckface, I find, is a good way of going about it. Because you can't really get offended if somebody calls you fuckface, can you? If I went, hey, fuckface, you were like, well, you want to go? What, you wanna... Like, you would actually be a fuckface if you wanted to fight if some guy called you fuckface. Because really, there's worse things you could be called than fuckface. What is a fuckface? It's the face you make when you fuck. That's all it is. It's... This is the fuckface. Look. Is that really so bad? Is it? You don't even have to say it to somebody. Next time somebody cuts you off in traffic, pull up beside them and go, hey! You just call me fuckface? But don't roll your eyes. Don't roll your eyes when you don't be like, because then you're cum face. You don't want to be cum face. You just want to be fuck face.
about coming that makes your whole body freeze for like 10 seconds. Oh God! Oh. You get frozen in time, right? Oh my God! I'm gonna. Oh. It's like the end of a sitcom. Oh. And then the credits come up. Explain that to him. So I'm like, all right, fuckface. If you think you're so good, let me see you play this. This son of a bitch starts limbering up. Gets to the machine, sets it to advanced, starts playing. He doesn't miss one single step. He's just... It was the only time in my life I've seen an Asian dude open his eyes really wide. Just... Do it, open your eyes really wide. Try it. Nothing happens. I love it. This is the eyebrows move. That's it. It just... Oh, I'm an asshole. Oh, man. Any Arabs in the house tonight? Arabs in the house? All right, thank you. Good night. All right. What kind of Arab are you? Oh, good. Yeah, you're United. Good. That's all I heard. I don't know if you answered me in Arabic or if you said the country just now. One at a time there, fellas. What are you? What? Libya. Libya, Lebanon, any other L countries? Oh, good, yeah. Well, just for the record, you're a stone's throw away from each other. Listen, just for the record, my Arab friends, I don't do any Arab jokes in my act. It's not that I don't think you're funny. I just, I don't know. I don't want to die. See, because I'll do a joke about an Arab, and they'll look like they're laughing. But it's not the same laugh you're doing. Like, I'll do a joke about an Arab, and you guys will go, ah, ha, 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 ha. And you look at the Arab guy, and be like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, no, I get this funny joke. Ha, 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 ha. No, it's funny. I get it. Don't worry. I will talk to him after. Doesn't it feel like every time you turn on the news nowadays, some new country is fucking with an Arab country? Every time you turn on the news, I kind of blame the media for what's going on wrong in the world right now, because they kind of just perpetuate stereotypes about people. They don't tell you that's what they're doing. They don't go, hey, this is what you need to think. But they know how people's brains work. What they do, they enforce all this shit, you know? What they do is they'll show you an image of somebody of a different racial background, and then they'll show you an alternate image, like right away, of something completely different. They don't say the two images are together. They kind of present it like, what do you think? Like what they do is they'll show you like an Asian guy and then a car accident. They'll show you an Indian guy and a 7-Eleven. What do you think? They'll show you an Arab guy and an explosion. I knew it, you know. That's how they get in your head. They put it in there. And whenever they show you like Arabic being spoken on TV, it's always like these crazy people in these protests in the Arab world. And they're all speaking this really harsh Arabic. And it's always like, fuck America! Because that's what they want us to think is going on over there. So I wanted to get to the bottom of this shit, so I went to the Middle East last year. Because I needed to get some rectifying for myself. Is it rectifying? Whatever. I needed to sort this shit out for myself. Because I had this whole impression in my head that Arabic was such an ugly language because it's always like, and people are like, oh my God, no wonder they're angry. They're vomiting on each other when they talk. Then you go to the Middle East and you hear real Arabs speaking Arabic and it sounds nice. I was actually turned on by it. Because I was at this cafe in Dubai and I'm just chilling, right? And there's these two Arab girls having a conversation behind me and I'm eavesdropping. I have no clue what the fuck they're saying. But it sounded nice to me. Because all I hear behind me is, and I was like, oh God, this is good. Oh. But they never show you those Arabs on TV because they're boring. They only show you the crazy. Basically, all they're showing you of the Arab world are the rednecks of the Arab world. That's why their Arabic is so bad. If you were to translate their Arabic accent into an American accent, they'd sound like this. We're gonna kill the whole fucking world. Yeah! That's what they would sound like. That's how the media does it. They show you all the fucked up people. That's all they show us is the messed up Arabs. I bet you in the Arab world, all they show them of America is Jerry Springer. Look at the Americans, they're fucking stupid. He's fucking his cousin. Not like you and me, it's different. They're doing it dirty, it's different. We do it different. They do some other way. Different. Look at all these Indian faces. Jesus Christ. Look at you brown bastards. God damn. Indians just look upset that they had to spend money to be here tonight, don't you? There's a look on their faces. This is bullshit. I don't know why I'm spending money to see someone that looks just like me. I can stay home and look in the mirror for free. We are an endless supply of cheap jokes. And you know what the best thing about it is? Indian people, we're proud of our cheapness. You're never going to insult us by calling us cheap. That's the best part, you know. You walk up to an Indian, you guys are cheap. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That guy just called you cheap. No, no, no. He pronounced it cheap. But what he was saying was smart. Very smart, he was saying. We're cheap. You know, here's the thing, too. It's not like I'm up here going, you Indian people are cheap, and I'm the one that's not. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm just as fucking cheap as you. The difference is now I have money. I'm just cheap in better stores. I'll be looking at like an Armani shirt. I hate when this happens. I'm looking at a shirt from like a high-end designer, and I flip the tag over and I see made in India. I'm stuck with a real dilemma. I'm like, shit. Do I buy this? Or do I call my uncle? I wonder if he knows where this factory is.